Good evening, folks. The show is about to begin. Please find your seats and shut the hell up. You are about to experience an evening you will never forget. Two grown men in their mid-30s, stumbling through a live podcast for the first time. The doors are locked. There is no escape. There will be no refunds. How heartless of you for even considering asking for your money back. This is a charity event, for Christ's sake. This is why your parents are so disappointed to call you their offspring.
Get ready.
They have not rehearsed any of this. They cannot edit out any of the horrendous things I have to delete to save their reputations. This will not go well. What a bunch of idiots you are for agreeing to attend this event. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, I'm reaching the character limit on the free trial of this AI voice generator, so I guess we better start the show. Please put your hands together and welcome those two losers awkwardly standing by the side of the stage. May God have mercy on your soul.
It's Meandering movies. It's Meandering movies. So won't you let
Hello everyone and welcome to the Meandering Movie Podcast. This is our 100th episode of the podcast.
Woo!
I am your second favourite podcast host, Gavin. Let's try it one more time, everyone. I am your second favourite podcast host, Gavin. Thank you. That's Gary.
And I'm Gary Copeland Boyd.
I already said your name, you fucking idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome. This chair's fucking shit.
It's awful. If you rock forward, you fall. Look.
I might stand. Thank you so much for coming. Quick show of hands. Very quick show of hands. Who's like an actual podcast fan?
Okay, that's not bad.
That is a
Dave,
fifth.
put your hand
That's
up.
a fifth of the room. Like, I'll take that. Thank you all for listening to 100 episodes up to this point. And for everyone else that bought a ticket, cheers, I guess.
Thanks for showing up. We appreciate it.
Cheers for filling out the room.
Buy as much booze as you can because it
Yeah.
makes us look good.
We need to hit our 500 pounds behind that bar, so spend up, motherfuckers.
Poor man behind the bar doesn't know what's about to hit him.
So, should we just talk about what we're doing? So, like, what the crack is?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing movie hot takes. On your tables are little QR codes. So I want you to scan those, put in your hot takes. If you don't want to be up on that little mic over there, then just put anonymous. If you do want to be on that mic, put your name.
There you go.
There you go. You
Up
can
on
scan
screen as
that.
well.
It's on your table, or you can scan that.
But some people may not know what people may not know what a hot take is.
Okay, tell the people.
A
Talk to the
hot
people.
take. A hot take would be something which it's a catchy Gen Z cool term for what I would refer to as an
Things
old
that we
fuck.
are. We're catchy. We're Gen Z. You know?
What I refer to as an unpopular opinion. If you've got something that you truly in your heart believe about films or a celebrity or an actor or a sequel or anything in the movie sphere, or not, because let's face facts, if you've listened to the fifth of the people here that have listened to the episodes, you'll know that we'll talk about fucking anything. Any unpopular opinion, stick it in. And we're going to be reading them in the second half of the show, because we're going to take a short break, and then we'll do that. But the first half of the show is just me and Gav.
Just
Well,
you and
it's
I,
just me
baby.
and Gav. We're going to pretend no one's here. We're going to just get normal. Just get freaky.
You're going to get loose. He's going to come into the crowd.
Get
He's
loose.
going to hurt you. He's going to touch you. I will never come near any of you. I will be staying in this seat for this entire show. I will never
We
move.
We tethered me a bit, though. So this was double the length, and it was fucked. So
Uh,
it's good. We're fine. No, so the one thing we have had to do, and this is just a very quick note. Normally, me and Gav are horrific. We're racist and sexist and misogynistic.
Nope.
But we
Nope.
can edit all of that out.
Nope.
And we look like, oh shit, Gav, you know what I didn't do? I didn't turn this
Oh,
on.
you fucking
Start it again.
moron.
From the top. From the top.
Everyone. Hit the
From the
music.
top.
Play it again.
Wait, hold on. There we go. That should do.
just fix that.
Yeah, normally we edit all out and we look like good guys, but we've had to self-edit quite a bit. So I'm on best behavior. This is fucking shit, this chair. I'm so sorry. Hold on, everyone. Wait.
See, I sorted mine out beforehand. One of us planned for this.
Yeah, well, some of us walking around talking to everyone in the fucking place while you stood in that
Could you-
corner.
Whoa,
Fuckface.
Whoa, all right. So I'm sorry. I was having some fun over there.
Right. I'm good.
Let me tell you what it's like to do a podcast with this piece of shit over here. I've been planning this for a month. Today, Gary started making shit. So that's what it's like.
But it was the best shit, wasn't it? Wasn't it good?
I mean, it was pretty all right. But without everything I did for you, then you would have nothing.
No. I'd have a better podcast. Gavin, let's get cracking. What's your first hot take?
Oh, am I going first?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
You always go first.
Well, my
come
first
fast.
movie hot take.
Is this sound okay? Is it booming?
Yeah, can
we
everyone
get
hear us
volume
okay?
down?
Thumbs up.
Everyone
thumbs
good?
up. Thomas gave me a thumbs up, so I know we're good.
Right,
Thanks, Thomas.
Go for it.
Would you stop talking over
Rock
me?
and roll.
My first.
Speed it up.
My first.
Are you starting spiciest? Or are you easing in?
I'd say they're all pretty spicy.
Oh.
Or
I'm
really
excited.
predictable and boring, which is kind of what I do. My first movie hot take is going to be, who likes Star Wars in this room? Put your hands up, give me a cheer, shout for me. Who
beloved.
doesn't like Star Wars in this room? Shout for me, cheer for me. Oh, that's
It's like
kind of
50-50.
It's about
It was a
50-50
split.
Right, cool. See the people who don't like it? I'm with you. Star Wars, shit. Boring, hasn't been good in a very long time. There's maybe been 2 good movies, 3 at a push if we're lucky, but let's get rid of the fucking Ewoks. And that's kind of it for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, there's our first movie hot take, everyone. So we're going to move on to the next movie hot...
So it's boring and predictable. I'm with you. Yeah, you really started off on a bad foot.
Yeah, okay. Well,
No, I disagree. I think Star Wars is fun. I think Star Wars, like, for me, let's do it, Gav. For me,
do it. Let's
Star
do what we do.
Wars. So it's been shit for how long? When would you say it got shit? What was the last good Star Wars product?
see the moment when they go to Endor and there's little Ewoks running about?
That was the last one you thought was good?
That's when it went
That was
shit.
the second film.
No, that's
was
the
the third
film.
film.
That's when it went
Halfway
shit.
through the third film.
Yeah, yeah.
And everything past that, just dog shit.
Everything's been dog
Duel
shit.
of the Fates, dog shit.
I mean, the song's all right. The movie's not good.
Yeah, but it's...
The whole of the prequels haven't been good.
The whole of the first prequel tells you all about the trade issues that are happening in the galaxy, Gav.
My favorite thing is trade negotiations and midichlorians. 2 things no one ever asked for.
But
in
wasn't
Star
it
Wars.
good when they hired Natalie Portman because she looks like Keira Knightley? That's fun. That's a thing.
I mean, she was fun to look at. Whoa.
Just a good bit.
Oh, I didn't like it when I
Then
said
you
it.
had
That
the
felt
pod.
bad.
You have pod racing. Pod racing's
I mean,
who was that?
one whoop for pod racing.
Pod racing's good. Yeah, it's fun. It's exciting.
The
Sebulba, that little fucking penis.
The
little
prequels,
fella.
as they went on, got worse. And then they released 3 more movies, which only got worse. Then they released Disney Plus shows. Has anyone watched any of the Disney Plus shows? I saw like 3 hands. 3 hands in a room of 50 plus people have watched some Disney Plus shows. Star Wars isn't good anymore, people. Nobody likes it. What?
I mean, I gotta disagree with you. Otherwise, the whole fucking show's shit, right? It is good. Like, so you've got. I will agree that Star Wars, for the most part, has struggled and continues to struggle because, let's face facts, most of it is.
Yeah.
A lot of it's pish. But then they give you these golden nuggets, and for those brief shining moments when Mandalorian season 1 hits, or Andor, which was fucking fantastic, all of those things come in, and you're like, man, fucking Star Wars is. Star Wars is good, right?
Okay, maybe the other thing that's ruined Star Wars is the fans of Star Wars.
Fans of Star Wars, 100%. Fans of Star Wars, and the biggest problem Star Wars has, categorically, is when it sinks a fucking turd, oh boy, does it sink a turd, right? Like, what was the last one called? Number 9?
Or
Rise of Skywalker?
Rise of Skywalker. Remember when the horses ran across the Star Destroyers and everyone thought, that's so fucking cool?
Rise of Skywalker was the biggest shit, and it's really hard to come back from that. Full stop. I would agree, but I think in general, what other fantastic space opera series do you have that could even hold a candle to something like Star Wars, Gav?
Oh, if I could only think of one that's maybe better than Star Wars.
He lines him up for the pitch.
Let me think. Oh yeah, it's Star Trek.
It's a homer.
Star Trek is simply better in every way. Star Trek has better movies. It has better TV shows. It's lasted longer. It's more likable. It has more range. Star Wars is stuck in a small little rut, and it's never got out of its rut of just being good against evil. Star Wars has got models, you know. People like models in their sci-fi.
Star Wars is the Sunday morning cereal that you could enjoy.
Yeah, sure.
Put it on in the background, eat a bowl
and
of
in Star Trek it's steak and
Honey Nut
potatoes.
Cheerios, and just enjoy yourself.
Star Trek is steak and potatoes with a nice glass of red wine.
Star Trek's for nerd shit.
And I'm playing to my audience right here. Look at these people. You all like steak and red wine, right? Anyone? It's loving it one way over here.
You keep playing to the audience, and it's not really going your way, is it?
At one point, even though they forgot to cheer for me after I said my
I
name,
should have written down my hot takes. I can't remember anything I was going to say.
I remember yours. It's fine. Yours are going to be shit, and more shit.
No way.
I will make you like what I have to say at some point. It's been the entire reason I've started this podcast, is to make people like the movie opinions I have. And you're all looking at me right now like, what the fuck is he talking about? And I feel like I'm a madman. I feel like I'm in a nightmare right now and losing my mind. But I kind of weirdly love it. What's happening?
Star Trek's fine. I've never watched
Star Trek's not fine.
It's fine.
You've watched Star Trek with me. We've got drunk. We've enjoyed Star Trek.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's fine.
Tell the people how good it is.
Star Trek's fine. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good.
Just say Star Trek is fine.
Star Trek. Who has watched Star Trek then? Let's do the flip side of this coin. 1 guy, 2 guys, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And on a whooping cheer of Raise the Roof being 10, how much do we enjoy Star Trek? All right, so a 3 out of 10.
You can't gauge it like a 3 out of 10. You can't gauge
The
numbers
people
like that.
gauged it like it's a 3 of 10.
No,
guy.
they did not give that. That was more like a 6.5.
Your ass. Star Trek's fine. I think Star Wars realistically is it's more family friendly, arguably.
Star Wars is basic. It's boring. Star Trek is nuanced and interesting.
But then Star Wars has those moments. Mandalorian season 1.
Oh yeah, Mandalorian season 1 until he's run. Hey, do you remember the things you've seen before? Here they are again.
You need to hold the mic.
I'm doing it. I'm sorry, everyone.
You need
this
to hold
is
the
my
mic.
first time on stage with a mic. Some of you may have noticed when you talked
Just
to me
gonna hold
earlier,
it.
and I was shitting myself.
Just hold it a little bit further away. A bit further closer. There.
Ooh.
There you go. There you go. Because a minute ago you were like this, and I couldn't fucking hear a word you were saying.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Hey, is that better?
Sometimes I get a bit
With
heated and I
that.
just want to shout, you know?
No, Star Trek is fine. I just think I don't know if Star Trek's better than Star Wars. I'm gonna say it.
I mean, going off the audience reaction and going off your reaction, I think I'm not winning this one.
I think so.
Do you generally not remember your hot takes?
I remember 2 of them. I can't remember number 3.
God,
But I only remembered them just there because I was thinking about it.
While we were okay.
Number 2's gone.
Would you like to start into your?
Should we like do number 1?
Yeah, let's jump into your.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to walk the room a little bit. I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you a story. Hello. Me and Gav have been doing this podcast for
Too long.
how many years? 7 years? 5 years?
2018.
2018? What's that? 7 years now. Fuck. 7 years. That's how you work a room, Gav. And in those 7 years, one film years and years ago, and it was in one of the earliest episodes of the podcast, Gav said to me, "You have to watch this film. It's incredible. It's one of my favorite movies. It is my movie of the year, I think you made
When
it.
I did like my movies of the decade, it showed
Movies
up
of the
in-
decade.
Yeah.
Holy
Movies of the-
fuck.
I put this in my movies of the decade.
Movies of the decade, not just the year, but of a 10-year period from 2010 to 2020 it would have been then.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was one of your top 10 films. And that
Of
film,
the decade. Yep. Mhm.
that film is called Roma. Has anybody seen Roma in the room? No? Anyone? One, 2 guys? Because of the podcast. Because Gav talked about it so much.
Thank you.
My hot take, I present to you.
Cultured over there. Cultured.
Roma is fucking dog shit. I finally watched it. I watched it within a month, about a month ago.
You watched it in January.
Watched it in January.
But what state did you watch it in, Gary?
It doesn't matter. I
think
could have watched it
I
in
kind of
any
think that's
state.
very
I could
specific
have watched
to
it
the
in any
story.
state. It was pish. I was very sick at the time. Fair play to him. I was very ill. I was that kind of horrible flu that's going around. My bones were trying to claw out of me, and I was just miserable. And I was looking for something to watch, and put to Gav and Phil in our little group saying, guys, you recommend anything? And Gav was like, Roma. Phil, in his wisdom, was like, I think that's a fucking terrible idea. But to just to
wanna
put a
point
pin
out-
in this
whoa,
whole
whoa.
fucking 10-year debacle, I was like, fuck it, I'm watching Roma.
I want to point out that I also said, don't do it.
No,
Don't
you
fuck-
fucking didn't. I'll
Yes,
get the
it-
messages up.
What are you going to bring up on your fucking laptop?
I could.
You could. It would take some time with you and how fucking shit you are on that laptop.
Fuck you, I'm
I'm
fucking
telling
good.
you. I'm telling you
No,
right
fuck
now.
you. You go and work the
I'm
room.
t-
You argue Roma. I'm fucking
Okay.
proving you wrong, you
Yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna work the room by
wait.
talking Roma. No one's ever done that before in their lives.
Explain what Roma is to the people.
Okay, so Roma is a movie by Alfonso Cuarón. If anyone's seen Children of Men, or if they've seen, what's that one he does where he's in space?
Harry Potter.
He did Harry Potter. If you like Prisoner of Azkaban, which is the best Harry Potter movie. Maybe my hot take should have been that that's the best Harry Potter movie. Hold on, I'm going to hold on to that one for later on. Roma is it's a black and white movie, Alfonso Cuarón, 2018. It's a look into his past in South America, Mexico, as a young boy, and also the troubles at the time. It's a wanky movie, for sure. It's definitely a wanky movie, but are you actually bringing up... Every time is a good time to watch Roma.
Every time is a good time to watch Roma. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to watch it now when I'm sick. You're always sick. Goofy cartoons are what I need. A better immune system is what you need. And then Phil said, have a good long think about it. And then what's next? I truly do. It is. It is a good time to watch Roma. Fuck you.
So interesting. I didn't know that you had...
You didn't know I had the receipts?
Yeah, I didn't know you were prepared with receipts.
Honestly, I was really worried this was going to go like shit, but now that we're here and I'm being proven instantly right, again, unrehearsed. This is all live and I feel fucking incredible. Fuck you. It's shit. It's total shit. It's a story of a woman who's living in Mexico.
Why do you think it's shit?
It's a story of a woman living in Mexico who is a cleaner, and here's the things you would assume I wouldn't like about it. It's black and white, and it's subtitled. I don't give a fuck about either of them. It was arguably, and it's the one thing I'll give it, it's beautifully shot. Cinematography in it is fantastic. It looks fantastic. It's really, really good. But the story is just so fucking boring. You're a passenger the entire film. The main character, I had no fucking interest in her life. She just farts around from set piece to set piece. Everything around her is happening, and she takes almost zero part in any of it. I'm going to spoil all of this, by the way, so I don't care. It's crap.
It's not crap.
Sorry,
Please
Jack,
watch Roma if you've not watched
Jack,
Roma.
I'll step here so you can see me for a bit, all right? I'll step here so you can see me for a bit. It's okay. I can see you craning, just getting excited. Yeah, and then she goes around. She gets pregnant by some asshole. He's a dick. He's a good villain. Love that. And then she loses the baby, which is a real shame. But then she has a tearful reunion with the family that treats her like shit. And she's like, "Oh, I didn't want the kid." And they have a hug on the beach. And then
It's
it
a
ends.
story about a young boy growing up.
A young boy?
Yeah, because it's set from Alfonso Cuarón's perspective. The whole
right.
movie's
What?
shot from his perspective. Did you see? This is what happens when you watch a movie and you're sick. You don't know what's.
Where's Alfonso Cuarón in that film? It's about the
movie-
woman.
The movie is his perspective. It's like we're looking through his eyes into
At
the
what?
into the movie.
No,
That's the movie.
that's not.
You
It's a-
didn't watch that clearly.
It's a bad film. It's not good.
It can't be a bad film because you didn't understand it.
Oh, fuck you. This is classic Gav.
This is a classic take.
Classic Gavism,
This is a
wanky cinema loving shit. No,
I'm sorry if you.
It's a wank film because it's a wank film. I'm sorry to say it. It's my hot take. I think it's crap. It's boring. It's slow. You are a passenger, but you're not a passenger to anything interesting. It's not like you're on a waltzer. It's like you're on a passenger of a fucking lazy river, but not even a fun lazy river. Just like a puddle. Just one side of a puddle to the other. It's garbage.
You're an uncultured man.
Fuck you. You're uncultured.
Because then what did you watch after that?
Hundreds of Beavers. Absolute cinema. If you've not seen... If you've not seen 100 of Beavers, it's incredible. It's also black and white. It is a
that's black and
homage. It's silent. It's a silent black and white film. It's a homage to the Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny-esque cartoons of the 1960s and 50s and 40s. Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
So what you did was you chose to watch a movie that was like, hey, Gary, watch this movie, as we've seen from the receipts you unfortunately had. I was like, yeah, watch the movie, and it wasn't to your standard, so then you went and watched Looney Tunes cartoons.
Phil recommended me that.
Okay, well, Phil's not here, so what do you want to do with that information?
Phil's got good taste in cinema, that's all I'm saying.
Phil's not got good taste in cinema. My hot take is that Phil, if you've ever listened to podcast Audio Boy, does not have good taste in cinema.
Look how angry he's getting.
Oh, I'm just getting so riled up. We've not even gotten to your hot take shit. What's that going to do to me?
I know. So that's my first one. I knew it was going to piss you off.
Yes.
It is a hot...
did.
The thing is, it's a hot take because it was beloved by the world, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm in the minority on this one, and I will say, categorically, even against the laughs, I do hate being on the other side. I hate when you go and watch a film that is universally beloved, and you're kind of left there, and you're like, fuck, that was shit. And then you walk out the cinema and everyone's like, did you not think it was the best thing you've ever seen? And you're like, no. But then everyone has that opinion and you're like, what did I miss? Like, what was the wave that I'm not riding right now?
That's a wave
I fucking hate that.
It's a wave that you ride a lot because you miss a lot, especially when it comes to movies. A lot of movies kind of just go...
There has been 3 films my entire cinema watching. There's Roma, which in fairness, the critics love and you love, but I still think it's shit. Isle of Dogs, which is a Wes Anderson animated one, which I should have. Everything about Isle of Dogs is like, I was about to say Quizmaster Gary.
It's got your name written all over it.
Is Gary Copeland Boyd written all over it? And I walked out of that film and I was just like, meh, I fucking completely bounced off of it. And there's one other one that Boomy, because I'm right on that one. And then I think it was Inglourious Bastards was the other one, which.
But yeah, that's Quentin Tarantino and his shite.
I mean, I know, but it feels like I should have enjoyed it.
That as well.
And I walked out of that film and I was just like, that one, in fairness, this is an interesting take on cinema. We're getting off topic. Let's do it.
That's what we're going to do.
This is the meandering part of Meander movie, folks. Inglourious Bastards. Everyone seen Inglourious Bastards? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, sorry. Everyone seen it? Oh, not a fan? Let me explain myself. So I came out of the cinema and I was like, what the actual fuck have I just watched? That was it was 2 hours.
I think we both came out of the cinema and then recorded an episode literally after.
I think, yeah, straight away.
And you didn't like it, and I fucking hated it.
But the reason...
I absolutely fucking hated it.
But what's interesting, the reason I didn't like it, and I think it's a really interesting kind of talk about cinema, I walked out and I was like, what the fuck was that? It was just Margot Robbie walking around, and
Too
then
much feet.
Brad Pitt doing stuntman shit, and DiCaprio doing DiCaprio shit. And like, none of them felt like it was connected until at the end when there's this violent explosion, which I was expecting because it was Tarantino. And you were like, yeah, but do you not know about the Manson murders? And I was like, yeah, I know about Manson murders.
Oh, yeah, you had no idea who Charles Manson was or what?
No. I knew about Charlie Manson. I didn't know, what's her name? It's, who's she?
Who's that?
Sharon Tate.
Sharon Tate,
I was like, I didn't know about Sharon Tate. I didn't realize the Manson murders was Sharon Tate.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, yeah, that's the whole point of the film. And I'm like, I don't fucking know that.
So once again, to summarize, something went right over Gary's head and he didn't get a movie. Just to summarize that for everyone.
But that's not I mean, it's my fault that I'm like not into murders, but...
I'm not into murders either, but I heard about Sharon Tate. You don't have to be into, yeah, murders.
I feel like a lot of people are weird about the Manson murders. But my point is, it's weird that there's a film that exists in the world that was marketed arguably to the masses, especially with the Tarantino stamp on it, that you can't go into blind. You actually have to know about a real world thing that happened, and if you don't know about that thing, the whole film is even more shit than you would argue it already is.
But I mean, you could say that about a lot of movies.
No, what the fuck are you talking about? How is that a sentence that makes any sense?
Okay,
I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Let me tell you how the
I watched The
makes
Nightmare
sense.
Before Christmas, and it didn't make sense to me because I didn't know.
It
explains everything in The Night Before Christmas. It explains who Jack Skellington is. It actually explains what Christmas and Halloween are. The first song is explaining what a holiday is.
Okay, no, that's a great point. Doesn't work for what I'm saying, though.
Of course it doesn't, because what you're saying is fucking mental.
No, because what I'm saying is there are plenty of historical things you need to know before going to certain movies.
Like what?
Like if you're watching Inglourious Bastards, you need to know that the Nazis invaded
But
Poland.
I would argue that World War II is a bigger
kind of
thing.
important.
I would argue
Otherwise
that World
you're
War
gonna
II is a bigger thing
wait.
than the Sharon Tate is the murder in the Charles Manson thing.
I'm just saying, that was a pretty stupid point.
Man, I forget how loud we get when we record this.
Yeah.
Angry. What's number 2, Gav? Go on, get us out of this.
Number 2 for me, Indiana Jones, great franchise, some okay films.
It's not a great franchise. Sorry.
We've got a wee middling over here.
I'm going to step.
Well,
it's not a great franchise.
It is a great
It's
franchise.
not a great franchise. It's hitting the halfway mark where
Just my hot
over
take-
half of what Indiana Jones has put out is shit, almost.
There are 5 movies, 3 are good. That's more than half.
Well, let's get
Okay, well, let me get to the hot take first. I haven't even got to the hot take part.
Well, I'm
the hot
pissed
take
off.
is going to be Temple of Doom is the best Indiana
fucking
Jones movie.
shut up. What are you...
Don't flip it. Thank you. I'm getting a yes and a flip off at the same
No
time.
way.
Listen,
No
I'm
way.
getting an
No,
applause
no,
over
no.
Here. Is that for me? I don't
The
know.
Temple of Doom is categorically the worst. Not the worst.
No.
The 4th worst Indiana Jones film.
You're saying it's the 4th worst out of 5.
I'm going to do this for you right now.
No.
We've got Raiders of the Lost Ark top. First best Indiana Jones film. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah?
Applaud this. Don't applaud this.
We're going to do Last Crusade 2nd place. Right? This is arguable. I'm going to put Crystal Skull in 3rd place.
Whoa. They turned in you.
I knew it was going to happen. I would put Crystal Skull 3rd. I think Temple of Doom's 4th. We can all agree Dial of Destiny is fucking dog shit. I genuinely think Temple of Doom's worse than
You're
Crystal
wrong.
Skull.
Here's how it actually goes. It goes like this. Temple of Doom is number 1.
So wrong.
And then it's...
Just one confused what from the audience.
Temple of Doom is number 1.
No.
And then it's... What's the third one called?
Last Crusade.
The Last Crusade is number 2.
It's almost like we have a film
Then
podcast.
I guess we'll put Raiders of the Lost Ark, then Kingdom of Skull.
You
then
can't
Dial
put
of
Raiders
Destiny.
of the Lost Ark 3rd.
Well, I
That's
just did.
mental.
Did you see
That's
how I
even
did it?
more crazy.
Do you want me to write it down for you? I've just done it.
Madness.
Temple of Doom is the best Indiana Jones movie.
Right. Shall we? So,
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I think we can't just go into a deep dive on Indiana Jones. Not until I at least remember my second hot take. But I think we just have to stick to Temple of Doom, right? Especially considering I'm putting it so low down, you're putting it so high.
I feel like we could stick to the first three. The other two don't really matter.
Yeah, but I mean, mine does because Crystal's above Temple. But I agree. Wait,
did you put Crystal third?
I put Crystal third. I think Temple of Doom is so fucking boring. Here's my argument. Don't boo me. Here's my argument.
Boo this man, please. Boo. Yes, thank you. More boos, more.
Whose fucking hot take is this? Boo him.
No, they're agreeing with
Temple
me. It's a
of
good hot
Doom.
take.
Temple of Doom is. You turn up, it's got some dumb fucking shit.
Wow.
I think the problem I have with it is that everyone came out of Crystal Skull and were like, fucking stupid. He survived a fridge getting exploded by a nuke, which is dumb as fuck. I'm not arguing that. But at the beginning of Temple of Doom, he fucking glides down on a rubber boat.
You're obsessed with him falling out of this
fucking
plane.
mental. It's an insane scene.
But it's like
to begin the film with.
It's an action adventure movie.
But then you get this. Then after that, nothing happens. You get nothing happening.
What are you talking about? Nothing
total
happens?
shit. Boring. They find the things. They talk about a bunch of.
It's a mood setter.
Let me speak. Shut up.
It's my hot take. It's an atmospheric mood setter. It's setting the tone for the movie.
They talk a bunch of shit. You don't like the political stuff in Star Wars. It's just them talking about the political difficulties in Temple of Doom between the locals
things are
and
bad. Let's go save the day.
Then you get the Kalimar scene. Fucking rips. No arguments from me there.
Yeah.
Then more boring shit because they're trying to do the temple and it's not quite as good as Raiders of the Lost Ark. And then I will concede the ending's fucking awesome. You've got that awesome Donkey Kong Country, what's it called? Minecart scene.
Minecart, yeah.
That's fucking amazing. But you can't, a good film doesn't necessitate on Kalimar and Minecart.
No.
Donkey Kong.
And it's fine because it has more
Did
than
Donkey Kong come first? Can't have done. Donkey Kong was 93.
Why would I know if Donkey Kong came
When was
first?
Temple of Doom? Hold on.
Did Donkey Kong come first? Did Donkey Kong come first, or did the Temple of Doom come first? Anyone know? Okay,
No, but Donkey Kong Country was the minecart, right? Not Donkey Kong the arcade. Donkey Kong Country, 94. When was Temple of Doom?
Here's what Gary's...
This is normally what we cut out of the episodes, by the way.
Is Gary searching?
Yeah, it's like it's a decade. Yeah, so Donkey Kong Country ripped Indiana Jones.
Here's what Gary's not taking into mindset. Is that? Yeah, we'll go with that. Raiders of the Lost Ark doesn't hold up like you think it does.
Oh, fucking shut up.
It does not. Watch it again, Mr. I don't like slow, boring movies. The movie's quite slow and quite boring.
No, it's
compared to Temple of Doom, which moves at a fucking pace. It's shorter. It's more. Well, it's not fun. There's a lot of darkness and child enslavement and. Well, Indian people don't come out very well in it, but it moves, like the movie just comes along.
Have you seen that thing about Indiana Jones? There's one of the traps in, I think it might be Raiders, where Indiana Jones ducks and a saw blade goes whipping over him, and then he rolls. Mm-hmm. But is it Last Crusade? Thank you, Ryan. And he gets saved by the roll.
Mike, by the way, his voice. Was
no,
so
but he's gonna get up in a bit.
This is a big booming
so
voice.
Indiana Jones does a roll, and he gets saved because he moves away, and then the saw blade goes firing up, right?
Yeah.
But what someone's saying is you duck the first one, and then the second one should have chopped his head off, but he rolls because it's an Indiana Jones thing. Mm-hmm. But the going theory is that it was an anti. I don't want to get this wrong in case I'm branded as uncultured. But an
branded you as
anti-Muslim kind of thing because it's the whole Last Crusade. So they're trying to prevent because theoretically a Muslim would get down on their hands and knees to duck and stay there to pray, and that would have chopped their head off. So it's just it's never mentioned and it's never brought any attention to, but it's interesting. It's in there.
I'm really confused with what that has to do with why Raiders of the Lost Ark is boring.
Oh, fuck me. Sorry, Gav. Let's just call ourselves the movie podcast from now on, shall we?
I'm just saying, if you don't have a response to what I'm saying, then clearly I've won the hot take.
I'm telling you why, because it's a boring, slow film, and then it's saved by the minecart, which everyone remembers because it's the end set piece, and it's a great set piece. But if that set piece wasn't there, everyone would come away from Temple of Doom going, Jesus Christ. Take my heart out because that was shit.
Sure, if there wasn't sections in other movies, they'd be boring as well.
Yes.
Doesn't mean anything.
That's how movies work.
But that section is there, and the movie is great, and it's number one on the list.
No, it's not. Not number one.
Is.
Because it's the same thing as you just said Raiders of the Lost Ark is boring and slow, and then it's saved by the ending.
No, Raiders of the Lost Ark has got moments of good, but it takes a long time and not a lot happens to get there.
It's great.
That's why Last Crusade's number 2.
No, Raiders of the Lost Ark number 1.
I mean, you put Kingdom of the Crystal Skull third, so I don't think you have any legs to stand on.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, arguably. And again, hear me out.
Nope.
This is a little bonus hot take on Gav's hot take. Kingdom of the Christum of the
Crystal
Christums of the Skull Kingdom. Crystal of what the fuck is the name of that film? Kingdom of the Skull Crystal.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Going back and rewatching it thank you. Going back and rewatching it recently, I was surprised how entertained I was. And this is arguably because I don't enjoy Temple of Doom. So I watched all of them. I think we did it for the episode of the podcast. I watched all of them up to Dial of Destiny. Might have been to get ready for Dial of Destiny. And I was like, Raiders of the Lost Ark fucking slaps. Temple of Doom I find boring as shit. And I didn't change my mind. Last Crusade is very, very good. And then Crystal Skull is dumb, and it's arguably the dumbest one. But
the first 20 minutes are kind of fun.
But it feels like an Indiana Jones film.
No. The first 20 minutes feel like an Indiana Jones movie.
No, the whole thing.
And then it just feels like a sad old man
Shia LaBeouf
farting his way around the
world.
world.
No, that's Dial of Destiny.
No,
take Shia LaBeouf out.
That's what becomes more of a sad old man farting his way around the world.
Take Shia LaBeouf out. Crystal Skull holds up.
You can't just take things out of movies to make them better.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Gav.
Yeah.
Quick, before we go into my second hot take, could you remind me what it was?
Yep, can do. What, right now?
Just whisper it to me.
Was it not like cinema etiquette or something?
No, that was your one. I can't remember what my one was.
I can't remember what it was. Was it animated movies then?
Oh, it might have been that. I think I remember now.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just going to fucking make one up. My second hot take. Oh, fuck. I did remember. Thank you, Gav.
Thank fuck, because I didn't. No one look at me. I'm just checking that the audio is also working. Yep,
I'm going for it. My second hot take. I'm gonna sort my shorts out a bit as well. My second hot take. This one's not going to go over the heads. There's some young faces in tonight. Hello.
Some young faces.
This one's going to go over the heads of some people. Your favorite childhood film. Your favorite childhood film.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say 80% of them are fucking shit. And I'm going to spearhead my argument. The hottest take is that Hook is fucking wank. It's total pish.
Oh, I never know where he lands on things.
I know, he's a menace.
He likes Temple of Doom, but not Hook.
Hook, I rewatched Hook recently. I watched Hook as a child. I liked Hook. It's got Robin Williams, it's got Julia Roberts, it's got Dustin Hoffman, and they're all having a fucking blast.
Yes.
And I rewatched it. It's got Rufio. We all fucking love Rufio, right? Rufio, I rewatched it recently. Fuck, it's boring. It's so dull. It's not a good... It's really... If you can get out of the nostalgia glasses of rose-tinted memories, which we all have, everyone loves the films we grew up with. Everyone does. Hook is piss. It's not fun. It's real bad. And I would, from that starting kernel, argue that 80% of all the films that we have loved growing up are total shit.
So I say like...
Land Before Time, pish.
See, yes, because
arguably, I still am, Barry. The drop on the head when I was little did wonders for me.
He's still a big kid at heart, but the problem that you have, Gary, is that you don't... What was I going to say there? I've lost my point. What did you just say? Repeat your point again.
I said that Land Before Time was pish and I got booed.
Yeah, and then you said that, and then
I'll keep going. Secret of Nim?
You keep going.
Shite.
What?
Secret of Nim. Remember Secret of Nim?
Never seen Secret of Nim.
Well, it's pish. Don't watch it.
I've remembered what my point was.
Bar the Disney films.
Here's your problem, is you live on TikTok now. You are like, see there's young people here sitting in the audience.
Yeah, TikTok
you have,
people.
No offense, you're all lovely. Thank you for coming. I love that you're here.
What's the relationship to this table?
It's none of your business.
Gav, that is the worst answer you could have given.
That's none of your business.
The truth would have been better than what you just said. Nas, I'm sorry that you had to find out this way.
See me after the show, guys. Hook up. They are young and they are used to that TikTok scrolly.
They're young, they're trendy, they're Gen Z. They're just like us, like at the beginning of the show. That's what you said.
No,
they're your
they want
words.
things to move fast. They want things to get done. You're the same at this point.
I'm not. Do you know what film I love? Hunchback of Notre Dame. That film's slow as shit.
That film is slow as shit.
It's slow as shit. I fucking love it. It's great.
But you like
Raiders
of the Lost Ark, and that's
it's also slow as shit. You just said that. Get fucked. Hoisted by your own petard,
and
dickhead.
I said the thing about the young people as well, and I've got nothing from this.
Yeah, almost like I'm right. Would anybody else like to have a quick a jibe at me that any films from the 80s are mostly pish?
Shout out a movie from the 80s that you love.
Yeah, go on. Pagemaster.
Goonies holds
Great
up.
fucking film.
Pagemaster holds up.
No argument on Pagemaster. It's in the 20%. Good film. Goonies? Who
Holds
said
up.
Goonies?
Goonies.
Shit.
Are you?
I'm so
fucking
sorry. I'm so sorry,
having
Vari. Goonies. I watched.
Goonies absolutely slaps.
It does
It's
not. No,
like, the
no.
second Goonies starts, it's just smiles on faces.
Goonies is not a great film. It's again nostalgia glasses. I appreciate why it's there. It exists. It
No.
tells a story. It's not
Okay,
the best.
Yeah, sure. Well done. It exists and it tells a story.
But
That's
it's just not great. It's in the 80%. I would argue it's in the upper half of like out of 1 to 10, it's maybe in the 6s, 5, 6, but it's not a like 10-10 classic.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a 10-10 classic. It can be an 8-10 classic.
Yeah, but I still think it's shit.
Give me other movies from the 80s. Shout out other movies. Back to
Stand By Me. That's great. It's not a kids film though. Like, also not a kids film. So wait. Somebody said dark something. Dark what? Oh, Short Circuit. Let's not do Short Circuit. Because is it Short Circuit 1 or 2 where that guy's Indianed up the entire film?
Is that 2?
Is it 2? Yeah, let's just not go there. Let's not
stay
do
away
Short
from that
Circuit,
one.
shall we?
Jumanji-
Shit. I'm like arguably.
Definitely.
Look. Here's the thing. Growing up, I fucking love Jumanji. And this is the
And
thing.
it's still, I watched it 2 years ago. It still holds up.
It does not. It does.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, the CGI in Jumanji is bad.
So what?
Because the CGI is bad. It should have been on practical effects. The story itself, and this is the biggest gripe I have with Jumanji. And where's Caboose? Because he knows what my problem with this is. He's at the back.
I think he was
The problem
asleep.
with Jumanji.
He
The
just
problem
woke
with
him up.
Jumanji, and this is any film that pulls this trick is instantly into my -1 pile. I watched the Atonement is another one. Jumanji, you watch the whole film, you're like, fuck, it's good. Like, there's so much happening, and these kids are going to have a wild story to tell. And then the end happens, and Robin Williams goes back in time, and what you have just watched doesn't happen. The whole film's it was all a dream ending. Fuck off, man. That was an hour and 45 minutes of my life gone. Gremlin's fucking great.
Holds up.
Gremlin's fucking great. No arguments on that one. Cracking.
Someone, Back to the Future.
This
was
guy, amazing.
I was gonna
Ryan, amazing.
Back to the Future was said,
Back to the Future, incredible.
and I just have to say, having recently rewatched Back to the Future, it's not that good.
Oh,
Does
you
the
fucking liar! You fucking liar! There's a TikTok of you saying the exact opposite
Because
of that.
I wanted. Don't you bring up more receipts of me? Turn it off your laptop. I wanted to make you happy in the moment because we went out, we had a wonderful night together.
It was
We went to
good.
the movies. You took your clothes off in my house.
I did.
Thankfully, Nas did not see you naked in my flat. Back to the Future.
That wasn't me. That was the naked kitchen monster that lives in your house.
But when I have the mic, it's my flat. So that's. Oh, please don't bring Nas into
Back
this.
to the Future's a good film.
Back to the Future is all right at best.
No, wrong.
Yes.
Back to the Future, it's a solid. We went in, we sat down, we watched the whole film. Back to the Future is every part of Back to the Future is setting up something for the second half of Back to the Future.
Okay.
And I fucking love
But
that.
what if you don't see the second part?
Why would you not see the second part?
What if you
All right, Gav. If that's the basis of watching films now, then game over.
Okay, what if you watch
Game over.
What if you watch the first Back to the Future and then decide to become a monk? And
Oh,
you're
not
like,
Back to the Future 2. I mean the second half of Back to the Future 1, you fuckwit.
What do you mean the second half of Back to the Future one?
You know how films
Yeah.
are filmed, and you could split a film down the middle and say, I watched half of it,
Yeah.
and then I watched the other half.
Yes.
Right. So I mean, the first half
Yes.
is setting up stuff for the
Yeah.
second half of the film.
Oh, I thought you meant they were setting up Back to the Future 2.
No, that would be That's
Oh.
awful. When films do that, it's shit. I'm with you on that.
Well, anyway, we're moving on from your hot take now. My last
Anyway,
hot
there we go. One hot take.
My last hot take is going to be that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies are better than the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and I got one yes out here. And the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, shit, not good. I'm getting so. Oh, do you see that? Do you see how the people are loving what I'm saying?
Here's Ryan, you took the words from my mouth.
Ryan, you made an interesting point, but I'm here for praise, not for anything else. So I'm here to feed my ego.
If anyone, for the 5 people that put their hands up at the beginning of this night, you will know that I am a staunch believer that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films do not hold up. Spider-Man 2 gets a passing grade and is the best of the 3. The other 2 Spider-Man films 3 is arguably, everyone knows 3's crap.
Three's
We all
bad,
hate
yeah.
3. Watch Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1. It's not a good film.
It absolutely.
It's not. It
fun,
does not hold up.
It's fun, early 2000s schlock.
That doesn't make it good.
When you watch it, it's good fun.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Whereas you watch the Tom Holland ones, and it's boring, and then he's in Europe.
You
and
can't
you're
say
more-
No Way Home was a bad film. No, what was the first? Oh, fuck, wait. This is the problem that we now got, which is the names of these
just say the
fucking
first,
films
the
are a
second, and the
nightmare.
third, because you're never going to remember the names.
Tom Holland Spider-Man 1 is the best one. I'm not going to argue
Sure,
that.
it's the best of
I
three
think it's the
shit
best one.
films. Yeah.
I think, and the problem with the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, because I personally think Tom Holland Spider-Man is the best of both worlds. He's a great Parker, he's a great Spider-Man. Maguire was a great Parker and a bad Spider-Man, and Garfield was a great Spider-Man and a bad Parker. I know that's the norm, but I agree. I subscribe to this thinking. Holland is the best of both worlds. The problem with his films are they're just marred by the MCU fingers. So all of his film, all the Tom Holland films are marred by these MCU. They have to have the threads, and they've got to build up to the next thing. And because they need to build up to the next thing, they're all struggling so fucking much because they're
And then
not films by themselves. They're not telling their own
to
story.
the third one, it crumbles under its own weight.
Yeah,
It
and I'm
doesn't
not
have a
gonna argue
story.
that.
It doesn't have a plot. It becomes incredibly boring.
Yeah.
Whereas the Sam Raimi ones, even the bad ones, still fun, still slap, still enjoyable to watch. See, this man here with this mullet, him and I are friends now. Because he's cleared everything I've said.
I am a firm believer, as I've probably proven from hot take number 2, that you have to take off the nostalgia glasses when talking about film, because I am a true subscriber of cinema.
You fuck off. You're
unlike-
a subscriber of cinema.
Unlike
What
this
was the
hack
last movie
sitting
in the
next to
cinema
me.
you watched?
In the cinema?
Yeah. When was the last time
No,
you
no,
went to
I don't
the
want to
cinema?
answer this question.
Yeah, when was the last time you went to the cinema?
Captain America 4, Brave New World.
There you go. That's not a man
No,
who,
don't woo that.
That's
It was
not a
fun.
man-
It was bad.
that is not a man who appreciates cinema. If he's going to see
It's
Captain
not
America
also
4.
it's not a bad film. Captain America 4, Brave New World is not a bad film. It's a completely middle of the road film that should not have been a Captain America film. It should have been a Hulk movie. The other biggest problem I have is who's not seen Captain America 4?
Most
Cool.
of the room, I can bet.
Do any of you people that have got your hands up know who the big villain is in the film? Somebody said it, Red Hulk, right? So you've not seen the film, you know that. The whole film is playing the game of like, what's happening to Thaddeus Ross? He's got a headache. He's getting stressed. What could possibly be going on? Except the fucking trailers gave it away.
dementia.
Yeah, and everyone fucking knows. So it tries doing this spy thrillery thing, except it's fucking awful because it gave it away in the trailers and anyway. Should have been a Hulk film. The other big problem I have with it is Anthony Mackie provenly has spoke to the Mark Ruffalo's Hulk in the realms of the MCU. And he's dealing with gamma radiation, gamma poisoning, a guy that said to him, hey, I fucking hate Bruce Banner. And at no point does Captain America, the new Captain America, say, you're right, Bruce Banner. Yeah, no, it's gamma radiation. You might want to take this one, pal. Yeah, no, it's fucked. I've had the shit kicked out of me 3 times. Might need an assist.
Could you just jump into this for me, actually?
Yeah. Also, that's not how you do phones anymore. Just remembered.
Yeah,
I'm old,
we used
ladies
to
and
do
gentlemen.
phones like this, by the
This
way.
is how you do
Phones
phones
to
now.
her like this.
This is it. If little kids, if you ask them to pick up the phone, they go, "Hello," and all of your bones will crumble when you watch it happen. You'll just die of old age right there and then. Yeah, cool. I don't think I could do my third hot take, which
I think.
I don't know if I want to do my
quickly
third
cram
hot.
it in before the
I
break?
think my third hot take will get me lynched.
Okay.
Okay,
You
this one I'm going to stay sitting for it. I think. Hear me out before the booze and maybe the cheers start. Heath Ledger, if he hadn't died when he died, would have got swept away with a host of okay actors of his time. He's not actually as good as everyone remembers. If he wasn't the Joker and he hadn't done the Joker thing, then I think he would have just been a forgettable 90s, 2000s actor that would have gone nowhere.
Wow.
That went better than expected, I'll be honest.
I did not expect people to applaud a dead man, but here we are tonight. You're applauding the death of a great actor, and I think he is a great actor.
No,
because beyond, sure, The Dark Knight is his best performance, but you've got A Knight's Tale, which is great.
Oh, fucking no. Is that your first film to argue the case? A Knight's Tale?
Excuse me.
Get out.
Excuse me.
I thought you were going to come in with Brokeback Mountain, and I was going to go, you know what, fair point,
Do you know
Brokeback Mountain was
I was going to
semi-decent.
finish out with Brokeback Mountain.
Fucking Knight's Tale was pish.
A Knight's Tale, great movie. He's charismatic. It's fun romp. And then you've got anyone see The Patriot? Well, forget about Mel Gibson. I got a yes over here.
One person. Cool. That's a proof that the film's fantastic.
According to
too,
Ryan,
sorry.
you don't want your hot take to do well. So that was I won.
No,
that
I
one.
agree. It's a bad hot take, but I genuinely think if he hadn't died when he died, and it's a tragedy. I don't want to besmirch his name.
No.
It's an absolute
You're
tragedy.
glad he died. To summarize, Gary's glad that Heath Ledger died because then it means he didn't have to watch any more shit movies.
It was a tragedy, but I just think if he'd not died when he died, I think he would have fallen out of the kind of.
He would have become Matt Damon.
I think he would have just fallen out of it and become a Wahlberg, a Damon, one of them. He's not a Plemons.
I mean, it's a hard hot take because your hot take is I'm glad he died, and it's hard to argue him not dying because he did die.
Yeah, I guess we'd never know where it would have gone.
I would like to put on the record I'm sad he died. I thought he was a good actor, and if his family ever hear this, I'm sorry.
Here's the thing: once, if and when we all go, because we will all eventually go. Unfortunately, it's a
Jesus.
We're lighting in the mood. We will all eventually go. When we do,
Keep it light.
the ones that go to the bad place will be able to clarify that he wasn't a good actor when they have conversations with him. That's all I'm saying.
Cool. Well,
That was a dicey one.
we've ended before the break on
Part
death.
1.
So now we're going to go into the break thinking of dead people. This is your chance, everyone, to go for a cigarette, get a pint, go for a pee. We're going to set up for your hot takes, so make sure there's a hand up. I've never experienced... Gary, what do we do when someone puts their hand up?
Wait until the end, Jack. Because the second half of the show is
second half of the show is going to be
participation.
all of your hot takes. We're going to collect
We're
them.
coming back.
And we'll
so
get you up to the mics.
we're going to do a 50-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Cigarettes, drinks. If you've not got one of those QR codes on your table, get to another table and scan it. You can send us your hot take. And in this break right now, you've got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to put your hot take in, and then 5 minutes to get your drinks and stuff. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in 15. Second half. There we go.
There you go, you're back in.
Why did you unplug me, you dick?
I didn't unplug you.
Scumbag.
Hold on, I'll fuck my chair up.
Good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to round 2, part half.
Yeah!
Or whatever the fuck I just said. Yes. Yeah, no, I didn't stop it. I thought if I stopped it, it would be fucked. Thank you for reminding me. I just kept it going. We had 72 responses to our hot takes.
Yeah.
Wait, shit, there are 2 more that have just come in. Fuck. I know that's great, and it is great. I love you all so much. Thank you, everyone that put them in. I want to say 30 of them were the 87, my quiz team, who put in about 30 comments about the Cars universe.
Jesus Christ.
Now,
to summarize, how many of those are we going to talk about?
we're going to talk about 10, I think.
Oh.
10 total. No, so we're going to go through these. Now, I'm going to just kind of blitz through these. I've made a note of the ones I think that are worth talking about.
Uh-huh.
A lot of you are cowards and put anonymous in rather than giving us your names, you fucking shite bags.
Losers.
Shite bags.
If I can get up here in front of a mic, all of you can do the exact same thing.
But I'm going to start on saying that I'm going to start us off with a anonymous one, which was...
No, you're not.
Okay.
We have another plan. We literally stood here and talked about the plan we're about to do.
No, I know, but
I spoke to the person that we're about to...
Yeah, I know, but there's a whole... If doing an anonymous one means they're anonymous and I won't get them up, you fucking moron.
But we're not... That's not what we're doing. We're getting someone up first and then doing an anonymous one.
Whatever.
Jesus Christ. Literally 4 minutes ago we talked about this, so here we are.
That's fair. It is fair. Anyway, let's get up my brother Aaron. No, I'm joking. Ryan, our old podcast host, is coming up for hot take number 1. He's back. He's bigger than ever before.
What is that supposed to mean?
Like, bigger than life.
Just fatter than before, I think.
Everyone say
He's
hi
going
to
rogue
Ryan.
instantly as well. He's taking the... This was meant to be like you hold on, you just stand
have
there.
on the stand?
I mean, the idea was, but you fire in.
I was
bro.
going to put it down here and do a handstand.
Well, this is just
No,
like
go
when
on,
we
man.
used to do the podcast and you said we just talk and not listen to me at any point.
Sorry, Gav, what?
I just said everyone say hi to Ryan. And then
Nice to meet you, I'm Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. Nice to meet you. That's lovely.
Ryan, what is... If you for the fans, anyone that's listened to this but didn't know, this is Ryan who did...
Hello.
What, like
Hello.
25 episodes? 30
No,
episodes?
Ryan was in it
12?
for like we had 12 to 15 episodes, season 2 of the
Was that it?
podcast for
You
short.
just cutting out all the ones where I ended you.
Well, yeah.
It felt like so much more time.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was a long,
Yeah, because kind of what
long
happened
25 weeks.
is these two became really pally and close, and then I got pushed further to the side of the podcast, and then they would just pick on me a lot. So then Ryan quit, and I never let him back in.
It's
And I
hard.
was like, Sweet
It's really hard to hear Gavin from where he belongs.
on the sidelines. Ryan, what's your hot take?
Ryan, what's your hot take?
Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy is dog shit, and it's ruined superhero movies since.
Whoa, okay. Now, to tell stories, I've known Ryan for... When did we first meet? When we started working together? 2018?
2018, 17.
So when you found out I had a podcast, the first thing you said to me was this hot take. And I feel like since then...
I thought about a lot of shit, and I was like,
You've been
not
waiting.
say this.
You've just been waiting, and you've just been building to finally say this, and now you have a live audience to be wrong in front of, minus those people who cheered for you, which I don't understand why they did.
More than cheered for Roma.
Yeah.
Give me Roma.
Don't
See?
don't
See?
do it.
I got a
More
cheer.
than cheer for
I
Roma.
got
Give
a
him
cheer.
the sympathy
That's all I'll
fucking
take.
cheers.
But-
Ryan, why did The Dark Knight ruin cinema, comic book cinema forever?
Christopher Nolan
Christopher Nolan.
is a good director.
Yes.
Okay? Yes, he has good films.
Yep.
The Dark
Off to
Knight
a good
trilo-
start.
The Dark Knight trilogy are good films.
Yep.
They're not good Batman films. They are good crime films. They have great themes. They have shit villains.
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Heath Ledger's Joker. He plays Tom Waits
Rest
for
in
the whole time. If you look at, there's an interview with Tom Waits. I can't remember what it is, but Heath Ledger has watched that and gone, I'll just do that as a Joker. And then he did all this shit where he pretended he wrote all these kind of diaries and like wrote in his mirrors and stayed in a motel. He didn't. Bullshit. What do you think when he did fucking A Knight's Tale, he was going like back in time to ride a horse? No, he wasn't. He wasn't a method actor. He just pretended he was for that. He's not a good Joker at all. The Joker, funny enough, according to the name, funny, not funny at all. He just came up with a catchphrase. Why so serious? He didn't write that. Someone else wrote it for him. And he just decided he was going to make it like, basically, I'm just going to say these words, but as Tom Waits.
I've realised that when Ryan looks me in the eye and shouts at me, I get very turned on. Because he's a good-looking man. And the way he... do that again. Just say that again at me.
Back now.
that was
It's definitely worth
That
it
was
back.
wonderful. But here's the problem with what you said. It was wrong. And the reason is because even though the Dark Knight trilogy may have ruined what you think to be superhero movies, the Marvel Cinematic Universe came along, and now you have comic book movies on the big screen. So clearly, the Dark Knight trilogy didn't ruin...
Wait, okay. So, I feel if Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy didn't exist,
Do you hear the
are
music
we all
too?
dying?
This is it. We're all getting Heath Ledgered. Woo!
If Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy didn't exist, you'd get more comic book accurate films. But essentially, what everyone's trying to do now is they're trying to make them more realistic, have more realism involved, which
I feel
surely... wait, shut the fuck up.
No, you can't shut me up on my own live podcast. That's not how it
surely
works.
that whole thing defeats the whole point of what a comic movie should be.
I'm gonna step in there because I've been sitting on the back lines a little bit.
Oh, the big guns are out.
You're the ones you want are all those comic book like legit films like James Gunn's shitting out.
But did James Gunn make a film before Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy?
No,
Exactly.
But he's
and it'd be
also-
good if he didn't. Another thing, Christopher Nolan cannot write a fight scene. All Christopher Nolan's fight scenes are shit.
That's because you don't write
Wait,
fight
wait,
scenes.
Christopher Nolan's...
You
Christopher Nolan-
choreograph fight scenes.
Christopher Nolan... Well, he can't do that either.
This was
Let's
the
split
other.
hairs.
This was the other 10 responses we got. Actually, you've just done all of them. Like this was everything else you
These
sent
all
in.
Ryans?
Yeah, we had 30 cars. We had about 20 of Ryan's, and he's just burned through them all.
I've not done them all. That was one.
We also had a lot of Heath Ledger stuff, which again,
There was a lot of
leave
Heath
him
Ledger
alone.
stuff. There was a lot of Heath Ledger stuff. Well, Ryan, you've absolutely shown Gavin up on this. So,
I don't think he... How did he show me up?
well, because you didn't say shit for the last
I
5 minutes.
literally just said that the cinematic universe of the...
I didn't know you had a stutter until tonight.
is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't like that you're back. Please go back, sit down. I don't like it. that
I
you're
will
here.
do that, but I would like to just clear up an argument. It's clearly The Last Crusade, which
What
is
is
what
best
both
one?
of you said.
It's number one.
It's number one. Of course, you both had it second, which means you both argued it's number one. I'm very, very proud of you. I love you both. Have a good night.
I love you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan. Give it up, for Ryan.
Yeah. Right, Gary, who is up next?
I feel like, sorry, just real quick. I feel like Ryan had more issue with Heath Ledger's Joker than Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy.
I feel like I feel like Ryan had more issue with me than
Yeah,
anything
that
else.
was just a
Did I do
takedown.
something?
One character assassination, please. We had some. I'm just going to do some anon ones, right? Some kind of.
If you feel brave, you can step up.
If you want to make yourselves known, feel free. We
If
had
not, that's fine.
from Anonymous. We had things like Bruce Willis can act, which I don't think. I guess.
The question I had was that a typo and you meant to write can act?
Yeah, it's not 100%. We had things like Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Can we?
Is it a hot take? Cold. Just the guy. I mean, I'm with you. I think if anybody would like this defining thing, and it's kind of blown up on, I think, Twitter and maybe Threads and all the other things, and this happens a lot to me, and I'm going to tell a very short story that I have thoughts and ideas, and I'm not popular enough nor have enough followers on any social media, so I've just always fucking never bothered with it. And I will say to Caboose and Gav and a few other people, and I'll be like, here, Die Hard's a Christmas movie, and I figured out why, and I'll tell you, I'll tell everyone that's maybe seen this flying around. If you hear the jingle bells in the score of a film, I've decided that means it's a Christmas film. Not the music, so if a film plays Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which the song has jingle bells, doesn't necessarily mean it's a Christmas film. If the score, which is the music written for the film, has jingle bells used in it, categorically a Christmas movie, because those jingle bells aren't used for anything else.
Let's also get to the point that he's going there for Christmas. There are Christmas decorations. It's a Christmas office party.
No, fuck all that.
I'm
on a
supporting
scientific.
you. Why would you say fuck all that?
Scientifically, I figured it out. It's the jingle bells.
There's
Nothing else matters. The jingle bells are the only thing. Now, the point of my story is, like 5 years ago, I saw a tweet with like 100,000 retweets and 1 million comments, and it basically said my fucking thing, and I was like, some fucking asshole that I know has said that to someone else in a fucking dentist office, and then that prick has said it to someone else that's far more popular than me, and they've got the tweet and they've blown up. Who the fuck was that? Turn that down. This is my night.
So
anyway, I'm annoyed at that. Anyway, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It uses jingle bells in the thing. Another anonymous one.
What we need all of you to do is follow us on social media and then pass it on to your friends so Gary can text. He can tweet things and everyone will be like, oh, Gary, you're so interesting, you're so funny. And he won't shout at you like this.
True. What is a thread? What's a thread now? So Twitter had tweets. What's a thread? Like a sew?
It's a thread.
You just put up a thread.
Yeah, you're threading.
Do you not sew a thread? Like, I'm going to go sew some threads tonight.
Does anyone use threads in this room? No, a single. Oh, wait, we've got one.
Guys, get on thread. Does anybody use Blue Sky? Are we still on Blue Sky?
Okay.
Is anybody still on X or Twitter? Get off. Guys, you're supporting a fucking Nazi. You're supporting a Nazi.
He's a fascist, everyone.
He's a psychopath. Next anonymous one. Leave Harry Potter alone. You're in your 30s.
I'm interested.
I have an idea about who that one was.
I thought we
I
said...
thought you... wait, is it not? What was your hot take then, Steph? Oh, I've got to read it. Oh, fuck, right, hold on.
He's got to read everyone.
No, it's because it was...
This could take a while. Sound it out.
It was so far back. You wrote... I mean, it was a minute ago.
That's a great point.
It's gone now. I can't find it. Fuck.
Steph,
you wanted to be anonymous, but at this point, I've full named you, and you can come up. You can come up. Come on. You got a mic right here. You can come put us on blast, Steph. Come on, Steph.
Yeah, we've absolutely fucked off this anonymous thing.
All right.
We'll find you, and you will
Steph,
tell us.
I have just found it. I found it, Steph. I found it, and I can actually see what I see what you said now.
Did you find it?
I found it.
You're not a very good host, Gary.
I'm a terrible host.
Not a very good host. I feel like I'm about to do karaoke.
Go on. What's your hot takes?
Sing us a song.
Steph. You can take it off. Just pop it off. Did you want to use this one?
No, it's okay.
Steph's going for it. Right, go on, Steph. Hot take. Anonymous hot take. Nobody look at her.
Close your eyes.
Anonymous hot take. I had said that just leave Harry Potter alone. We do not need HBO to interfere. But if you are in your 30s like me and you're still a wee bit obsessed, it's okay.
Right, okay. Apologies. I've misunderstood the hot take then, right.
So you're saying because J.K. Rowling is a horrible piece of shit, we should just let Harry Potter fuck off. That's my summary of what you said.
Just let it die.
I mean,
Let it
even
die.
Harry Potter should just fuck off.
Steph, the people love your hot take.
I absolutely agree that J.K. Rowling is a piece of shit.
So, Steph, here's just a counter, because J.K. Rowling's a piece of shit. I agree that we should leave Harry Potter alone, but I actually do enjoy the Harry Potter universe. My thoughts on the whole thing is that we fucking leave Hogwarts alone, leave Harry Potter and his friends and Hermione and Ron and whatever fucking they're up to, and also Newt Scamander. Give me a Harry Potter movie.
Totally different thing.
Yeah, but give me a Harry Potter movie that's like a heist film, or give me a Quidditch World Cup, or do you know what I mean? Like, give me something in the Harry Potter wizarding world, but that has fuck all to do with Hogwarts. Do you know what I'm saying?
Going off your face.
This doesn't look like you agree with me on this.
No, I don't think I agree at all.
No, so you just want more Harry Potter.
I just want more Harry Potter
Right.
all the time. I totally agree with what Gav said earlier. You said something earlier, and I was like, yay. And you're saying that if you start from like the third movie, that's definitely the best way to go.
Yeah.
So I tend to kind of like, if I'm ever watching, start from the third one and work my way
Third
through
one.
to
Start the third
7
one,
part 2,
finish at the third
and then
one.
stop.
Fine.
Just that would be also fine.
Right, okay,
There's no
sorry.
point in watching 1 and 2. That's just an absolute waste of everyone's fucking time. Like, unless you want to be really, really nostalgic.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, but nah, it's an absolute waste of time.
So
There's
just
no point.
leave Harry Potter.
Just leave Harry Potter alone. The only saving grace of HBO is that I think I heard rumoured that they asked Tom Felton to play
Come back
Lucius
in.
Malfoy. That's like
It's
the
the
only
nostalgia.
saving
They're
grace.
doing an MCU.
Yeah.
Don't bring me into nostalgia. What do you mean?
Like,
What?
You point at me and said nostalgia?
No, just like MCU is in.
Oh.
Like the MCU's over
All right,
there.
okay.
yeah.
Are you the MCU now? You
No, I
fucking-
thought. I mean, I would like to be.
Christ.
The irony of this is that I will still very much watch.
You will watch it all.
I will watch the HBO show.
Did you
And,
buy the
like,
game?
Pardon?
Did you buy the game?
Hogwarts
No.
Legacy.
No, I don't do the games.
Okay.
Don't do
I
the
don't
games.
do the games.
Okay.
And unless we're talking 2000s on a desktop, Harry Potter 1, like,
Yeah.
plug it into the PC. You guys won't know what that is. You know,
You're talking PS1 Hagrid.
yeah.
He's had a bad time. I know what you're on about. I'm with you. Finding the magic jelly beans and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but it will still very, very much get washed. Three things will happen. Me and my brother will have a bit of a banter about it. We'll either agree, have a debate on it, or absolutely fucking hate it.
Yep.
There's a win-win in every single scenario. I either get to bitch about it and talk shit, or we enjoy it, or we get to have a fight.
Okay.
So
So there you go.
there's
Lady-
no wrong answers.
Except the one I said.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Anonymous. Thank you, sweetheart. Fuck's sake.
I told you not to give me
Jesus.
anything. I'll break it.
You're good. There you go. Sweet.
I can't wait for so many more anonymous people
Well
to come
done,
up.
Steph.
I'm
Very
excited
good,
to
very
see all of
good.
you up here. How many more anonymous are we doing? Are we
I mean, I was going to just do like the thing is that was an anonymous one now, so I've got
I
to
know.
counterbalance it with another anonymous, right?
but I like having people up on the mic. 'Cause
we
I'm
just had one. Fucking hell, Gav.
I'm greedy. I want more.
We're going to get up one of the 87. It's your choice. Paul should have been third in the Cornetto trilogy.
So that,
So Paul, the Alien movie, should have been the third Cornetto trilogy film.
Hi.
hi.
Is this mic on? Is it working?
Yeah, it's working, eh? Unless you've unplugged it.
Speak.
I have free will in this.
Oh no, where has she gone?
Gavin. Oh, it is working. You guys just need to get closer to it.
Yeah.
Get all up on it.
Well, you see.
There you go. There you go.
Right. So not to
Bring
pick-
it right in.
Right. So not to pick holes in it. Right. Shaun of the
Mhm.
Dead. We're not looking for the ins and outs. Hot Fuzz. We're not looking for a gun wielding community.
Yeah.
But The World's End was dog shit.
It's a dog shit movie. Yeah,
It is.
not good.
It's fucking shit.
I'm fully in agreement. Paul should
Paul's
not be
not.
the third one in the Cornetto trilogy.
So
I agree with you on one part. I disagree on the other, though. Paul is.
yeah,
I've
but
said
right,
this a lot
right.
and I feel bad
So,
about
so
this. Paul is not
what
good.
makes it a trilogy besides 3 movies? What links them? Right? But can we
Thank
not
you,
just
audience.
like
Yes.
can we not just throw it in there anyway?
I think I get what Jack's saying. Sorry, I was
I
trying to fix
don't
my...
get what Jack's saying.
What Jack's saying is that at World's End was pish.
Yeah.
And Paul was the better.
So can we
and
just
Paul
forget
should have been
about
the
it in
better end
general?
to the. So the genre comedies that Simon Pegg and Jack Frost? Nick Frost.
Nick Frost.
Thank you. Nick Frost did, which was Shaun of the Dead horror zombies.
Yep.
Then you had Hot Fuzz, which was action and police. The third one, which was sci-fi, we got World's End, and that was the official end to the Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah.
But it should have been the Americanized Seth Rogen Paul should have fitted into that slot.
Yeah.
But
The first one of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
but
we did it.
But are you wanting to remove A World's End just because it's bad?
Yeah, but it's the same.
Because I don't think that's how trilogies work. Otherwise, we'd never have any
Yeah,
trilogies.
I know, but it's the same thing with your Star Wars. Like, they come in trilogies, like Indiana Jones.
Oh, it's a callback
right?
to earlier.
Right?
We're getting spicy, everyone. We're getting spicy.
We're picking and choosing. So,
It's true.
you know,
That's my MO.
like Gary's taking Indiana Jones. I know, like, I'm
It's
not
wrong.
I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right. So, like, do you know?
I feel like I'm talking to me. This is weird.
do you know what I mean? So, like,
So here's the question: why do you think Paul's the better film over at World's End?
have you seen it?
Yeah, I mean,
That can't be your answer.
Yeah,
that
like-
can't be the answer. I've seen it and it's bang average.
but
Right?
do you think?
But
it's better than-
have you seen The World's End?
Yeah, that's also bang average.
But they're not equally bang average.
They are equally bang average. Like,
So as I said, I'm not explaining why I'm wrong, right?
Okay.
I'm telling you why I'm right. So
again, it's like I'm speaking to myself.
I'm gonna interject here with some classic.
yeah,
some
but right.
classic
So like,
Garyisms.
yeah, no. So
Or I'm
like,
not. Fuck me, I
the
guess it's my
World's
podcast.
End, you're like, yeah, okay, like you let it slide because of who it is, but then they're in like a toilet and the guy's got like blue paint, blood, and arms spinning. You're like, yeah, nah.
You got to get that low rating, you know. You got to get the kids in.
Yeah, but like,
If it's blue, the kids can come.
I must
This
have
table could
seen
come
it.
and watch it.
Yeah, but I must have seen it like 10
I'm sorry.
times, and I still have
I would stop picking on you.
no
I'm sorry.
idea.
Paul, yes, this man said the Paul is a stoner film, which I don't disagree with. World's End,
And
so
arguably, Paul led, if you follow the movie, Paul led to Star Wars.
I've just realised that if we pull up all the people that happily put their names in it, they're just going to talk over us for the entire second half of the episode. Because
Then you have to take control.
I want to point out that I only put one Cars reference in. Like,
well, then someone else put a line. So
Yep.
here's the thing. I'm going to say this. I think at World's End is I agree it's not the best. I think after Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, it is the weakest of the three films categorically. There's no denying that.
Absolutely.
I would say I think it's a more thoughtful film than Paul. Paul is an action. It's an action comedy. It's fun. It's enjoyable. You go from point A to point B to point C, and the film ends. World's End is a reflection on Nick Frost and Simon Pegg's own lives and their growing up through realizing you're old and the times have moved on from you, and that you can try and fight the good fight, but realistically, we are all slowly, unfortunately, becoming.
Yeah, Paul kind of plays the generic American comedy of like, I love Girl, Girl loves me, we're going to be having live after.
Yep.
But then you look at World's End, the World's End, like you said, brings in that kind of deeper meaning to it all of growing up and being someone more and growing from your alcoholism or from your drug addiction or from your struggles and becoming someone better.
Yeah,
so where does Hot Fuzz fit in? Like that one time they were both cops and like a
Well,
NSA.
Hot Fuzz is just
Hot Fuzz is finding who you are as a person.
Hot Fuzz is what is a 10/10 movie category.
You guys-
maybe even the best film of all
You
time.
guys
It's
are
incredible.
taking the fun out of the movies. Like,
It's the Meandering Movie Podcast is what we
What?
do.
Here's what I'm saying. So Shaun of the Dead is about bettering yourself. Hot Fuzz is about realizing your worth, if I'm remembering correctly. And then at World's End is about realizing that you can fight the machine, but it's difficult. Paul is about getting stoned with an alien.
yep. So if Sean, right, if
One of those films.
When you break it down, you
one of
know?
those feels cohesive to a trilogy, and one of them feels like a bit of a. Let's make
So
one more
if
movie.
Shaun of the Dead is about finding your worth, are we agreed that David that gets pulled through the window is a fucking arsehole? Like,
Yeah, very much so.
Fine.
Jack, we're gonna have to move on, unfortunately. Give it up for Jack of the '87, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of weird ones because they're anonymous. So this time, if you're anonymous and you put your hand up, tough shit. You should have put your name down. Comic-Con Scare Me. It's not a film one. We've got Yorgos Lanthimos makes movies actually fucking suck.
Whoa. That's a fucking shit take. That's not a hot take.
Whoever just said, yeah, that's me, fuck up. You're not getting called up. I'm going to very quickly say Yorgos Lanthimos. I will admit Yorgos Lanthimos is what is it? Like, well, I'm going to say piss and vinegar. But
Yorgos Lanthimos is doing indie filmmaking on like a high budget range, and he's getting it in front of people who would never actually see this stuff. When you look at Kinds of Kindness, which have you seen our poster around? That's based on our poster. If you're looking at
The Lobster.
The Lobster's a fucking amazing film. And if you watch Poor Things recently, Poor Things is a low budget film working on a high level cinematography wise, character wise, and it's saying things about the female existence today that other movies could. Oh, don't make the wanky sign. I was saying.
Stop being wanky.
Okay, I'll stop.
It's hard to take though because his films are fucking bizarre. But if you can get through that bizarreness,
they're
I agree. There's a lot
niche.
of very good shit to dig into.
It is the definition of niche cinema.
I agree. Last anonymous one, then we'll get another person up. Is if Wicked's Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo weren't in it, nobody would give a fuck. It's Instagram culture at its finest.
I feel like I didn't see that movie, but that movie is just TikTok. That movie came from TikTok.
Well, that's what they're saying, yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with it. It's a great hot take.
I don't know. From what I also have not seen it yet because I have a newborn son. I can't get to the cinema as much. But from what I've seen, it's like musical people fucking love it. Like theater folk are thinking it's incredible. Whoop whoop. Theater folk and theater folk also aren't afraid to put their money where their mouth is because Cats done dog shit. Into the Heights done dog shit. Wicked has done incredibly well.
I mean, Cats is a masterpiece. Let's be honest.
Oh, fuck.
We got one.
No way.
I did not see that coming.
Do you want to come and do a hot take?
Because
I promise you that's going to.
We can talk about Cats.
Let's get up Lawrence, who says found footage is the best sub-genre of horror. Lawrence, up you come, my man. I want to hear this. I want to hear you do talk it.
Applaud Lawrence, everyone, please.
Lawrence.
Let's hype him up, get him excited.
There you go,
here. Hello. I will point out that Yorgos Lanthimos take was mine as well.
Why?
Just before we get started.
Why did you get the bravery for this one but not the other one?
Because he wrote anonymous in the other one and put his name for this one.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
The anonymous one was my first one, and I was a coward. But then I got a few beers in me, and I
Found your confidence.
I got a bit braver. Yeah.
Right, found footage is the best subgenre of horror. Why so?
Yeah. Well, I'm a big horror fan, and I watch lots of horror movies. And I recently realized that like my top 3 horror movies are all found footage.
What are they?
Yeah, you got to tell us now.
Right, okay. I'm not sure
Please
if
don't
I
say
could
Paranormal
put them...
Activity. Please don't say Paranormal Activity.
Not Paranormal
Thank
Activity.
fuck for that.
In no
Paranormal
particular order.
Activity 2.
Exact. No, 5 and 6. Yeah.
That's what it really takes off.
Right, go on. Top 3.
Right, top 3 in no particular order. Wreck, the Spanish
Very
one.
fucking good film.
Blair Witch Project.
Classic.
And Lake Mungo.
What?
Do we know that one?
The Sasquatch one?
No, it's Australian, and it's like a girl drowns in a lake, and then her ghost haunts her family. And it's really, it's really good.
So found footage. So yeah, I've seen 2 or 3 of those. I thought, what's the Sasquatch one? Doesn't matter because that's found footage.
Why though do
I
you
also
feel
love it.
this marks the best genre within horror?
I don't know. I think there is
Good
that
argument, Lawrence.
Yeah.
I believe this. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Thanks, Lawrence. On you go.
I think there's the realism element, obviously. If you kind of just like buy into it, you can really sort of like get really scared with the characters, especially in like Blair Witch. You know.
But do you not feel like the realism is what could break the whole thing down? Like
It can do, especially in like sort of later found footage movies, like when they're all carrying like fucking red cameras, like HD cameras. What was the M. Night Shyamalan found footage movie, The Visit or whatever?
Why is that not your top 3? That's a fucking great movie.
To be honest, I haven't seen it, but it looked fucking terrible. So I just skip past
what
it.
What I'm going to say on this is that I think, as far as I'm concerned, I think found footage films it's a real make or break genre.
Yeah.
So the found footage films that have nailed it are genuinely terrifying, and I think you're right that when it is that found footage, it's like. and I know you hate this, but Paranormal Activity is one of my favorite found footage.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I like it as well. You know what? It's maybe not top 5, but it's up there.
The reason I love it though is the first time I watched Paranormal Activity, and this is entirely my own fault, but I sat in the cinema, and at the beginning it says, this is a true story. These people have died, and the police release this footage. And obviously, when you go to the cinema, the moment that first the rating comes up, and you can pretty much, it's like they can say whatever they want. They can be like, oh, it's fiction, even though it's clearly not. If you're going in on a whatever. By the end of Paranormal Activity, because of the way it's sold to you, I genuinely was like, holy fuck, I can't believe those people died. Why is this not... why? I genuinely walked out and I was like, I can't believe this didn't make world...
into the reality.
Why didn't this make world news? It's proof of ghosts. And then my mate was like, because it's not real, dickhead. And I was like... Oh, yeah, wait, yeah. But I was completely sold because it's done so well.
Yeah.
The flip side of that coin is obviously that when found footage films stumble, and I was talking to someone earlier about Deadstream, have you seen that?
Unfamiliar.
It's a stream that goes into a haunted house, and it just starts strong and it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. When a found footage film doesn't kind of hold on to its tenets of found footage and making it feel real, it very quickly veers into like, oh,
the problem is,
shit. And also the shaky cam can just be so over.
Yeah.
It sets its rules, but it can never adhere to the rules. And the minute it doesn't adhere to the rules, I'm out.
Yeah. You've got to fully commit for sure. Yeah,
but then, is it better than things like the Thing, Conjuring, that give you these crafted, perfect scares?
Oh,
If you're watching The Exorcist, which is the greatest horror movie ever made, are you thinking, I wish the priest was holding the camera? When the woman, are you like, throw up on me, yeah, go for it. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I guess that's what The Last Exorcism is, right? And that's a good movie. I enjoyed that.
Not wrong. It's a good film.
Yeah.
It's not a good film.
Last Exorcism.
No, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that movie.
No, see, I want, again, I'm a wanky bastard. Which is a weird thing to say to a crowd of people, I've just realised, is I want like The Exorcist, I want something that's like constructed by a director like William Friedkin. I don't want random running gun, just like, hey, let's film this person over here, let's put it in their face, let's just go wild for it. Yeah. Because then when it all falls apart, it doesn't work, and it's also, I don't think it's scary. I don't think found footage is scary in any way.
That's valid. And I won't deny.
I
won't deny that those are excellent movies.
I love talking to you. You're so like,
fucking fight him. Tell him he's a dickhead.
Well, I won't deny that those are excellent movies, all the ones you point out. Yeah. But I just can't shake the feeling that like whenever I watch, the bit in Blair Witch where they're in the tent and they hear like their third friend like screaming for them. Like just somewhere out there in the forest.
It's fucking great.
Like that, and the final scene in Wreck where they're like hiding in the room and it goes into night vision. Those are the most like terrified I've ever been in horror movies. Like proper, like lying on the sofa, like fetal position. Like, oh my god, what's gonna happen?
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Make some noise for Lawrence. Thank you, Lawrence. Good hot takes.
Lawrence was my favourite so far. I really enjoyed spending time with Lawrence, and I would like to spend more time with Lawrence. Oh, I'm doing it again.
Yeah, just a little lower.
Lawrence, I like
you. You talk over them. It's been 7 years, would it be?
Oh, yeah.
Over the mic.
My first time, everyone. It's my first time.
We're going to do some more anonymous ones, and I'm just going to fire through these. And again, you're not getting pulled up because you put anonymous. I'm going to start with one. I'm not going to get you up because you have written your name, but I don't know the point. Okay. Iona says, Angus thongs and perfect snogging. Hot take. That was it. That's the take. That's nothing else to say. There we go. Okay. That's my point.
No, it's more like a declaration than a hot take.
We've got, Anonymous says John Wick is shit. They're too predictable.
See,
but I would argue that's the point. I think it's the whole point of John Wick is that you kind of know what you're getting. No, I think not that they're shit. I like.
We're gonna make 4 movies and they're gonna be shit, and that's our goal.
I think the point is that you kind of know where they're going because, as I have said, and again, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed tonight, go and listen to the podcast. We've got 100 episodes of this shit. I've said time and time again, John Wick are the best video game movies out there, categorically. If you watch those films, and even though they can be predictable, like a video game, they're not really meant to be anything else. You're just meant to be watching a guy shoot the fuck out of people. That's not a bad thing. Like, I'm fine with it. Yeah?
I like the first one. That's it. That's my hot take after John Wick 1.
They get worse and worse. They get worse and worse. And another declaration that's maybe not a hot take, but I guess we can probably argue it. If I could be anything in the whole fantasy world, I'd be a hobbit in the Shire.
See,
You could be anything in the whole world. You could be a genie granted wishes. You could be a dragon and have all the gold in the world and snooze all the time.
Wouldn't you want to be Gandalf?
Be a wizard.
Yeah,
Could be anything.
If you're a wizard, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
That's just fucking Lord of the Rings. We've not even gone into being anything else.
Did they not put a name?
Anonymous. No, it's anonymous.
Fuck. Oh,
Gandalf the Grey.
White.
No, Gandalf the Grey.
I guess, yeah, Gandalf the Grey is more like enjoying a wee snout and just having a whiskey.
Gandalf the Grey is just like kicking around.
But he's also hanging out.
I've magicked up some fireworks. I'm going to go blow the minds of these little dickheads. It's going to be incredible. Gandalf the White's like, oh, fuck me. I've got so much to do today.
I've got to save the Middle Earth.
I'm going to fucking save Middle-earth. Christ, that dickhead Sauron I went to school with is kicking up shit again.
So high, but I can't be arsed.
Yeah, no, I'd much rather be just blowing the minds of little folk. Just being like, look at this.
Fireworks.
You ever seen that? Nah. Yeah, I'll fucking bring a PS1 next week.
You're going to Metal Gear Solid 2? It's great.
We're going to go with... it's Lawrence again, but I'm going to read this out, Lawrence. You're not coming up.
Back.
Because it's again, I don't know how much you can get out of it. Jeff Goldblum's a fucking weirdo.
Yes. But is he like a good weirdo or a bad weirdo?
Why is he...
Bad? Strong bad, okay.
It's a very personal hot take. Right, I think we've got time for one more person to come up, and then we probably need to call it there.
Give us the hottest of hot takes that we got.
So this,
What's the spiciest one
this
you gave us?
this is kind of like a spicy. This is kind of like a spicy one, but I also just fucking love it. Thomas Barber, come up.
Yes.
If the third Now You See Me film is good, it will be in the top 5 trilogy movies of all time.
What are you talking about? Why are you standing?
Yeah, I don't want to elaborate too much.
I want you
But-
to know.
What a surprise!
You need to elaborate a lot.
But the first two, they're my comfort films. I watch them
How many times would you say
all
you've
the
watched
time.
them?
What?
How many times you say you've watched them?
anytime they come on Netflix. I'm not paying for them, so I mean,
Loves them.
but I think
Greatest trilogy of all time. I'm not paying for it.
name me, if you can, off the top of your head right now, name 4 better trilogies.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay, of course, yeah.
The Dark Knight trilogy.
No, that's
We don't. He's sitting over there and I've got the mic, so I'm gonna say.
off the top of your head right now.
No, boo.
Yeah, trilogies are a bit of a... now that we're here.
Yeah, Sam. Well, the third one's not great, Ryan. Come on. we can't stand.
I
that.
feel like you're winning this by proxy as trilogies kind of suck ass. Like,
Hence my point. That is exactly why.
But the problem is that none of the Now You See Me movies are good.
no, but I get where he's coming from.
But they are good. They're comforting. They're really enjoyable.
Do you know what
The
fucks me off?
loopholes are ridiculous.
Do you know what fucks me off about the Now You See Me films more than anything else? Is that it's
Sorry,
like the whole movie's...
How much comfort do you get from magic? Because that's quite sweet. Like just, Thomas is just like, look at
What
the
the
magic.
fuck?
trick.
Fuck you, Magic's incredible. Magic is by far one of the best things you can ever watch.
Uh-huh.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
The card scene alone. That's
that card scene's terrible.
Which card?
it's terrible.
The one
but-
where he's flicking around and
Yeah,
getting
it's-
searched. So my problem with them is that the whole film is like, now you see me, they're magicians and stage magic and they're going to do tricks. And then the film just pulls CGI stunt after
It's like
CGI
what is
stunt.
real? Some of that is real, but some of it's
But it doesn't
impossible.
matter. But it doesn't matter.
Like why is she in a bubble in the first one? That doesn't make sense.
Thomas, do you think magic is real?
Well, no. In the Now You
Well,
See
no,
Me,
my whole point is
in the Now You
some of
See
the-
Me films, magic is real. The amount of times that they actually like Woody Harrelson's character is like a full-on warlock. Like that man, there's a whole sequence in it when shut up.
This is his
Do you
hot take.
I know.
Let him talk.
You've
As I said,
spoken
I didn't
all
want
over
to
every
elaborate.
fucking dickhead the entire
I want to
time.
talk to him. It's like to see him.
Sorry, Thomas. I'm being told off.
Sorry, Gavin. Go on. What would you like to ask?
No, I just wanted you to.
No, as I said, I don't want to elaborate.
That
If
doesn't
you
make.
if you have any
The whole
questions,
point
I'm fine with that.
Of this is to elaborate. What are you doing? Right, fine, Gary, go.
No. Don't look at me for help now after you've shut me down. Fuck you. Do it yourself.
It's because he was trying to talk and then you talked over him. I was letting him have his moment. Oh God, it's happened now. He's given up.
Come on.
No, it's fine.
My point. Once again, Woody Harrelson in Now You See Me, now that you'll let me finish my point, is that he is doing actual magic. There's a scene where they do the whole heist, and there's the, like, we're going to pull this card trick, and we're going to do all this shit, and we're going to yada, yada, yada. And then Woody Harrelson looks at that truck driver.
And makes him fall asleep.
And there's no setup to it. It's not like Woody Harrelson's like, they show you him, like, mind fucking him. He just goes... and the guy's like, and he's like, that's a magic trick. He's done magic, full on magic at that point.
Wouldn't you rather watch The Prestige?
It's not a trilogy.
So, that's a better magic movie. He likes magic.
But I feel that wasn't my point. It wasn't about what is the better magic movie. I'm talking trilogies on their own.
Yeah, I mean,
that was my point.
I get where he's coming from.
I've known you for a long time, and you've kept this.
It was either that or a Bergman film.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Thomas. We're at time.
We're done.
I mean, we've got like 7 minutes left, but I figured you want to wrap up.
Is there anyone who desperately wants to give their hot take? Is there anyone who wants to get on this mic right now and give a hot take, or are we going to end this?
Brian. No. All right, tell you what we're going to do real quick. Aaron, my bro, says Ryan Gosling's not attractive. He looks like Ellen DeGeneres. Fair enough. We've got
accurate.
Disney making the dwarfs CGI in the new live action is more harm than help.
I mean, just making live-action Disney movies is more harm than help.
No, but
just stop.
Specifically, and I kind of get where this one's coming
I get
from.
what I mean in terms like
We spoke about this a little bit, that they were damned if they do, damned if they didn't. In the sense that if they had hired 7 little people, then they would have been like, holy fuck, Disney are ripping the piss out of little people again.
They're making them dance for us.
They're making it, and it's like, and I know Dinklage was like, no, but they should have done that. That's fine, but I think that the news would have fucked them. Disney doing it this way means that the news are fucking them anyway, because they're like, well, you should have hired little people, and you've really fucked it up now.
It's almost like they just shouldn't have done it.
I mean, fundamentally, like that's the categorical.
Don't do it.
And then the last one I'll do here, which is, I need to find it. Vamp for a minute, Gav.
Oh my God, he's asking me to vamp. Have you had a good time tonight, everyone? This is our first ever live episode. Would you like us to do more live episodes? Someone, whoa. Whoever said no, stand up. Who said no? Of course it was Ryan.
Of course it was Ryan.
Of course it was fucking you. Thank you for getting a thumbs up over here. Have you found it yet?
Here we go, I got it. So,
oh my God, I couldn't vamp
I can tell you who this one was as well. They put their name to it, but I didn't read it out because this was meant to be lighthearted and fun. And my mother put, Disney has simultaneously brainwashed children with stereotypical American via of the world and then terrorized them for generations. Yeah, I know, right? Do you want to on the mic, Mum?
Do you want to defend this or?
No.
Okay.
That's fair. There you go. The final one, and this isn't a hot take, but I love it. Open scene wedding crasher boobies are the best boobies I've ever seen.
Yay! Thomas was too excited about that.
I am going to come back at you. With the scene in the Rat Race where that girl's got the nose piercing that goes into her nipple are the best boobies I've ever seen.
I after that.
Did you?
Okay, but you put it in Thomas's name, but Thomas cheered a bit too loudly for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got anything else you want to say, Gav?
No, we're good to go.
You good to go?
Aye.
That's been it. We are the Meandering Movie Podcast. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Acast. You can find us on Castbox. You can find us on all the podcasting places that you would listen to a podcast. I know a lot of you have turned up tonight as kind of just like a friends and family chucking a fire and thank you. We raised the money for Megan Space, which is a very important charity to us. But we do love you for coming out and making this a genuinely fantastic night. If you want to listen to the podcast, you can do going forwards. We're going to be on our monthly schedule.
Yeah, we're going back to monthly schedule. We're going to be on Spotify. We might be coming to YouTube as well.
Maybe.
We might be recording this.
But if not, you've got 100 episodes that you can fucking go and listen to from now. If you don't want to listen to 100 episodes, just start at season 3. It's when it really kind of...
Yeah, season 3 is when it gets good. Sorry, Ryan. That's nothing to do with you. But yeah, going forward, we're going to start season 4. We're going to be back to Spotify. We're going to be back on YouTube. Make sure you're following us on social media because we are going to be ramping up doing some weirder and wilder shit.
I mean, don't oversell it because
I'm going to oversell it.
We'll do some weird and wild shit for about a month and then forget about it for another 3 and then get back into it. It's a cycle.
Your ADHD will get distracted by something else.
Of course.
Tonight, if you have taken any pictures or photos, please tag us in and please send us to us. We want to share all of this. Thank you so much to everyone for coming. I've been terrified for an entire month about doing this. I am now
3
here.
months. You don't I?
3 months. Yeah.
I
to be
was.
fair.
You were like, we'll skip a month and we'll do a live episode. And I was like, cool. We'll plan it in November. Nothing. December. I was like, should we do it end of December? No. We'll leave it. Yeah, we'll get it. And I was like, cool. Can we have a meeting to get this whole thing organized? Yeah, totally.
Yep.
And then midway through January, you finally sat down with me to talk about this.
And look what we did. It came together.
Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a round of applause. We are the Meandering Movie Podcast. Give him a bow, Gav.
It's Meandering Movies. It's Meandering Movies. It's Meandering Movies. So won't you lend any?
I think, guys, I'm so sorry. I forgot to say, music is live.